Mike North, you read him in the Daily Herald. You can hear him with Steve Friday afternoons, with us Tuesday mornings, and watch his daily 30 and 5 video commentaries at 560WIND.com. Our visit brought to you by the Village of Rosemont and Home Comfort Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Mike, should I go ahead and book my Super Bowl tickets today?
My friend, we should book a cabin for ourselves. We should take the plane early, spend a week at the Super Bowl to get ready for a wonderful event. No,
well, it was fun. It was fun to see this last
night.
It
was good, and all I'm hearing today is what's wrong with Romo, on the national television outlook. And I'm saying to myself, what's right about the Chicago Bears? I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, I guess they're America's team, and people got to talk about them. But I think the story is the Bears last night. They ran the football. Matt Forte was back. Jay Cutler kept the ball out of other people's hands. He basically ran the team. Brandon Marshall had a big night. The receivers didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. And on top of that, the defense was absolutely outstanding. Peanut Tillman getting the interception to put them up 10-0. And then after that, it was just catch-up football for Dallas, and they couldn't keep up with our guys.
Do you think Tony Romo performed so poorly because he wasn't wearing pink?
You know what? I don't know what the reason is, but here's a guy that's thrown 150-some TDs, Amy, and only 70 interceptions. But against the Bears last night, and it wasn't just his fault, but you know what? He's still the leader of the team, and you got to wonder if Dallas has enough. Tony Romo is a very good quarterback, but last night, Cutler clearly outplayed Tony Romo in the Tier B quarterback competition. These guys are still Tier B guys because they haven't won playoff games. They haven't made it to the championship rounds to get ready for the Super Bowl. So last night, Cutler proved to be better than his counterpart.
But it's a good game when defense was just as exciting as offense.
Yes.
I mean, 2 defensive touchdowns. It's great.
Yeah, it's great, and they were in the right positions. Lovie Smith goes to 8-2 on Monday Night Football. I remember even Ditka had trouble on Monday nights, even with great teams. So Lovie Smith seems to have the pattern down. They went to hostile territory for 100,000 people in that palace. I was looking at that thing they were showing it from the blimp. Can you fit Soldiers Field into that place, you think?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
you think?
Maybe once or twice, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that place is unbelievably massive. I couldn't believe it. I said they must be. I wonder if they could fit Soldiers Field into it.
Still can't fit Jerry Jones's ego in.
Oh, my God. And who wants to coach? Look, the coach that they have, Garrett, he hasn't done anything. Okay, he was a number 2 quarterback in the Dallas Cowboy organization. Hasn't really done anything. He stands on the sidelines, passionless. It seems to me that, you know what, if you want to get a big-time coach, I don't think a big-time coach would come there, John, because of Jerry Jones, because he wants to run the show a lot like Al Davis used to want to do it for the Raiders.
I heard the guys on ESPN say yesterday before the game that he's the only owner that picks out every member of his squad. I mean, not just coaches. He picks out players. Jerry Jones signs off on every acquisition.
He's the GM,
Cowboys.
He's the GM, and since Jimmy Johnson left, it has never happened. I mean, he wanted to show everybody that this is, now that Johnson's gone, we're going to continue on it, and it's been brutal for the Dallas Cowboys. And you know what? Their mantle of America's team is gone. I don't get the infatuation with why people talk about them. I mean, if you're going to go with the past, I mean, you got the Green Bay Packers, you got traditional teams that were there way before the Dallas Cowboys got into town, but they've been America's team for a while, but I think the luster's fallen off the rose.
Mike, thanks for the analysis. By the way, you write terrific columns in the Daily Herald.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
And I know it's a short week for the Bears, but it must be a lot easier to go to practice after a win than a loss.
It's good for our business, too, my friend.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care. Mike North here on AM 560 WIND.